rise to greet our bride. Who gives this woman today to marry this man? Good afternoon, everybody. You may be seated. A wedding is such a wonderful occasion. It's filled with hopes and dreams and excitement. And all of us are here today to celebrate the love that Larry and Bridget have for each other, to recognize and witness their decision to journey forward in their lives as husband and wife. The commitment of a man and woman in marriage is of the heart, body, mind, and spirit. And it's for the intention of mutual love, help, and comfort through the trials and the triumphs of life. It's a relationship not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but deliberately, lovingly, and reverently. In that spirit of reverence, I remind you both that you've made a very serious and important decision in choosing to marry each other today. You're entering into a sacred covenant as life partners. As if you were tending the flowers of a garden, the quality of your marriage will reflect the effort that you put into nurturing your relationship. You have the opportunity to go forward from this day to create a faithful, kind, and tender relationship. You are both blessed today, but it's up to both of you to keep the blessings flowing each day of your lives together. I wish for you the wisdom, the compassion, and the constancy to create a peaceful sanctuary where you will always be growing in love. Larry, do you understand and accept this responsibility? And do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Bridget, do you understand and accept this responsibility? And do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Then I'm going to share with everybody a reading. It's entitled Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, all those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other. Acquaintance, friend, companion, dancing partner, teacher. For you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. My friends, both of you have made literally millions of decisions in your lives. Some of them big, some of them small, and each one of them put you on that long pathway of fate that brought you together on the Norwegian breakaway, and that brings you together here today on the getaway to celebrate your forever commitment to each other as husband and wife. And here all of us are suspended in your moment, between your life's beginning and its full unfolding. Yet this moment, this mere fragment of time, it's filled with meaning and hope and great expectancy. Realize that you are two separate people. Realize that you have different ideas. Realize, more importantly, that you do not belong to each other, but that you belong with each other and share a mutual bond. By entering into this covenant today, you're pledging to each other your love, of course, but you're pledging to each other the rest of your lives. Forever. So make it magical. The only way to get through it is to make every day special. Offer every day what is of most value to each other. Your joy, your dreams, your tenderness, your patience, and most of all, your love. Because then, even when you have disappointments, you'll be facing them together, and they could be a pathway to greater understanding. By a mutual commitment to love one another, to work toward creating an atmosphere of care and consideration and respect, I promise you, you will make your married life come alive. And now you're about to commit yourselves to each other in your wedding vows. Please take each other's hands and consider them as I share these words. Hand in hand, you enter marriage. Hand in hand, you are stepping out in love. The hand that you freely give to each other is both the strongest and the most tender part of your body. In the years ahead, you will need both strength and tenderness. Be firm in your commitment. Don't let your grip become weak. And yet, be flexible as you go through change. Don't let your hold become intolerable. Remember strength and tenderness, firm commitment and flexibility. Of such is a marriage made hand in hand. And now I'm going to pass the microphone on to you as you repeat after me. Bridget, I take you to be my wife.
Bridget, I take you to be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or worse.
For better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
Larry, I take you to be my husband.
Larry, I take you to be my husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or worse.
For better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
For sickness and in
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
May I have the rings, please, Jesse? Holding a lot of stuff. Sure, thank you. My friends, these rings are symbols of the love that binds you spirit to spirit. They represent the oneness, the eternity, and the renewal that's inherent in the marriage union. As you place these rings on your fingers, remember the vows that you have made here today. And remember our human need to be faithful in all of our relationships. Please repeat after me as you place them on each other's fingers. Bridget, with this ring,
Bridget, with this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
to love you forever.
to love you forever.
Larry, with this ring, I give you my promise to love you forever. Bridget and Larry, you have just declared your intentions and vows and sealed them with symbolic and traditional exchange of rings. May your marriage be truly blessed with everything that is good and noble and true. May you be helpful to one another in all ways. May you be strong and complement one another. May you be blessed with a joyful life surrounded by the love of your family and friends. May you live always in harmony, true to your personal values and true to your joint promises. May you always be the best of friends, and may that friendship deepen through the years. Finally, I know I'm speaking for everybody here when I say we wish you a lifetime of happiness. We hope that you always find it in loving one another. Therefore, by the power vested in me by the state of Florida, I witness and I affirm your union of love, and I now pronounce you husband and wife. Larry, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present Mr. and Mrs. Larry and Bridget Hudson. join everybody more towards the bar for a cocktail hour while we reset this area. Thank you so much.
Cocktail hour.